I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
Okay. I don't know if my memories are like playing tricks on me. I don't know if I'm forgetting something, but I do not remember Acheron having like a connection to the old Nameless, like the watchmaker and stuff. But I guess I've missed something somehow. Anyways, it's a beautiful scene. And I am here to say goodbye to her, actually. Gallagher is the guy who tried to destroy everything. I don't even know the old Nameless, so it's her I'm saying goodbye to. I don't give a fuck about others.
It is my honor. I've said many goodbyes. Yet I am glad that this is the first time I speak these words with a smile. But before leaving, I'm sure you all have plenty to say to the Nameless of the past. A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
And I leveled up as well. What a fitting ending. That was just peak, man. I don't know. Let's say goodbye to him first.
That
Since
statue. It wasn't here last time.
since he's the one who betrayed us, let's just get him over with first.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity, or if he was even a living person.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. I'm suddenly reminded of the time at the theme park when he said he was only 13 years old. Could that have meant something too? Either way, he's an enigmatic character for sure. At least our journey together in...
Actually, that 13 thing did mean something. Apparently, when the original story of Penacony was coming out, a lot of people actually I don't really remember what exactly it was, but a lot of people like found out like I think it was the 13th tarot card or something. That 13 represented death in some way. So it was like Gallagher is death itself or death personified or something in the dream world. I don't remember for sure, but it was really interesting.
Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too, right?
I mean, I don't know. He tried to kind of destroy it. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he did not expect Sunday to just completely go off the deep end. But I feel like he's the one who actually triggered Sunday to go completely off the deep end. So I don't know. I guess. I mean, according to as far as the Astral Express knows, he is an innocent man. So I guess that makes sense.
Gallagher, we raise a toast to you, the slumbering hound. to the festival's invitation, to all lies and the singular truth. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles. Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, I was pretty surprised. The nameless. Those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. After all this time, how would we even find those 3 people in such a vast place like Penacony? But it seems, in the land of the dreams, anything is indeed possible.
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars will attest to their journeys. The first glimmer of light in the prolonged night often illuminates little, as it is fleeting and the darkness too vast. But because of this, people will remember. As long as something shines in the night sky, then when the first star falls, countless more will follow, streaking across the horizon. Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina J. and Estella, we raise a toast to you, trailblazers of the Silver Rail. A toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passionate and courageous pursuit, and a voyage that traverses the stars.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Actually, if we are not going to like fight or anything in this story arc, I do wanna just try using her. Honestly, since her technique is pretty fun.
With your sound release ninjutsu. Ninja runaway fast technique.
Wait, does it just never stop? Can I just keep doing this like forever? No way, right? Okay, it does eventually stop, but it lasts for quite a long time, and it is pretty fast too. I really like her scarf or whatever. Like, I don't know, it seems like at the end of it, it's like burning or something. Like, it's a really cool effect.
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
Yeah.
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we are only now bidding you farewell.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted. Allow me, as the representative of Dreamflux Reef, to make another toast to all the nameless.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Though the order has faded, there must be someone to watch over this primal memory zone. Penacony's nights are long, and there are many who are still far from a good night's sleep. As for the sweet dream over there, we're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, we raise a toast to you, watchers of the long dream.
I wish they actually
To your
had a
tenacity
drink
throughout time, to
in their
each
hand
sorrowful night, and
while
to the
raising
dawn
a toast.
that is finally upon us.
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going on a journey of many twists and turns, they still ended up where they started. Just like a clock's hands that turn round and round, the start and end of each day will always land on 12 o'clock. The advent of time moving forward. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you, and should naturally end with you. And then, a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, watchmaker of the land of the dreams, nameless of the Astral Express. To Penacony's past, present, future, and the child's unwavering dream unto death.
With that, our duty as nameless should be complete, right?
The trailblaze can illuminate the way. But ultimately, the future of a world belongs to those who live in it.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, their lives must have been long, and they must have experienced plenty of stories. They were also young once, stumbling and bumbling around just like us, getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions, enemies, journeys, adventures, all the...
To be fucking fair, March. To be fucking fair. We don't know how old you guys are. You guys look young, but Dan Hang apparently turned out to be a fucking, I don't know, like centuries, literally centuries old reincarnation of some dragon god. Mr. Stalaron over here, God knows for how long he was in that fucking tube or whatever. Like, you know how the story started in the beginning and he was in some research facility or what. God knows how long he must have been there. He could have been there for over a fucking millennia for all we know. And March, you were fucking frozen in ice for maybe even like half a century, or like it could be anywhere from like fucking 50 years to fucking, I don't know, 10,000 years. I don't know, what do you mean by you guys are young? Or you implying that you guys are young? You guys, like, clearly, you guys could be even older than them, technically speaking. You guys could be the oldest people that we are seeing on this story so far, for all we know. For all we know, you guys could be not longer, older than the existence of fucking Jurilo 6. Like, I don't exactly believe that you all are young either. Like, let's be fair here, okay? Let's be fair here. You guys could be old as shit too. It's just that you guys still have a young appearance. You guys still look young. I think that's the difference.
the sad and happy memories. The everyday that we're used to. They've lived through them too. But those things are all in the past.
You're awfully sentimental. Actually, that's true. That is so unlike her. Usually, she's like the bubbly one. She's really awfully sentimental today.
It's rare that I'm this me for once? Sheesh. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets, we're bound to feel a bit mixed about it, right? Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, we see these people as special. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, we still hope that their story gets a good ending when it comes. But what if they and we aren't really that special? When Mr. McHale sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still firmly say he had no regrets, then what is this regret we feel in our hearts right now?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very question. The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos, the average person's lifelong journey is merely a short stretch.
Yeah, like, see what I was saying? The story is really good. Like, the story is actually really good. Like, this is what I was trying to say before. The story is fucking good. Look at how sentimental it's getting. Like, you see these characters experience different kind of emotions, and they are questioning whether at the end of their journey they will also feel regret or they will not feel regret. Like, what will they feel when they reach the end of their journey? Which is like, you know, at least in my opinion, it is pretty good writing. It is a pretty interesting concept for a character to feel that way. And the fact that this is a story of a gacha game, I feel like kind of makes people hesitant to get into it, since you know, gacha games don't really have the best fucking image around them. Let's just say that. And to be fair, most of the time that is for a good reason. Like, most of the time, the fact that they don't have a good image around them is probably for a good reason. You don't want to get into gacha games most of the time. Let's be very fair here, okay? Like, I'm just saying, but if it was me personally, I wouldn't want to get into a gacha game either, where like I have to spend literally hundreds of dollars to get like a character that I want. But at the same time, I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't really care about any of that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just yapping at this point. But yeah, all I was saying is like, you can see it, right? The story is good. The story is actually fucking good. I wasn't tripping there. The story is actually pretty good. Like, if they made it into like a manga or an anime or something, I feel like it has so much potential. Or like if they made it into like an RPG game or some shit like that, the story has so much potential. It's actually amazing. At least in my opinion, it is amazing. But yeah, let's continue.
But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the silver rail, but we will. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. McHale has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end of his life. And its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after us.
answer that's important. But what we can learn from others' answers, right?
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten the mood.
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day, we'll all have to face our own farewells.
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us together.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing destination.
Yeah, I'm actually like kind of curious. Will we actually get to see like the end of this storyline? Will we actually get to see like how their trailblaze ends? Will we actually get to see the ending of what happens? Because I am curious about that. And this is another thing that I feel like gacha games will take away from the story. And this is also like my complaint with Genshin, I guess. Even though I haven't played Genshin so far, at least as far as I know, Lumion and Aether, I think that's his name. Yeah, they still haven't met each other yet. And like we are so far into the story, like will we actually even ever get to experience the ending of these storylines in these gacha games where it's actually beneficial for the company to not end the story and just to keep the story going and introducing new shit and stuff like that. Like it's profitable. It's more profitable for them to just keep expanding the story and keep adding filler and adding just random bullshit instead of actually like progressing with it and actually reaching the end type shit. That's another thing that I feel like gacha games kind of like take away from the potential that they have with like their own stories. It's the fact that they're a fucking gacha game, so they are more incentivized to just keep the story going, since the longer the story is, the more they can add characters and the more they can like keep making new banners for those characters and get money for it. It seems like they are more inclined to like just keep the story going because of that, because it's just more profitable for them. And that's like another thing that kind of doesn't sit right with me. Like, come on, as much as you don't want your favorite story to end, it also gets kind of boring when all they ever do is just keep adding more filler and keep barely like progress the story at all. Like that's kind of fucked up. Like that gets kind of boring. Like even One Piece is reaching its final saga at this point. Like I know how One Piece fans joke about how the story is about to end soon and the story is about to end soon, and it's like another 5 years of story. And let me tell you, but there is probably still 5 years of story left. We have just entered Elbaf. It's probably still going to be quite a while before we finish with the Elbaf arc and continue on. But if you are reading One Piece and are somewhat up to date, you do know the fact that now the story actually is like starting to reach its ending. Like all these different factions are actually starting to make like their final moves. These like big bad villains, even like people who thought were going to be like end game enemies like the Gorose, even they have started to appear in the fucking story out of nowhere. So like the story is starting to reach its And even if it is still going to take like maybe half a decade for it to end, I think it is starting to reach its end. And that's one thing I feel like I can't say about gacha games, since they're just, I feel like you'll just be more inclined to keep the story going, thus kind of ruining your own story, which I don't really like the idea of. I mean, I don't know though. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just rambling here. It's not like I'm like a professional storyteller or a writer or something, so I can't really judge them for it, but that's just the feeling I get. Like, I do truly believe the story of Honkai has so much potential, which I don't think will be fully realized, like, ever, which is truly sad. Like, I do truly find that kind of regretful.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
Ninja runaway fast technique!
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Who would have thought our paths would cross in such a way?
Yeah, I think the main character and Acheron, they met in a dream, and it was before they like even entered Penacony. It was when I think when he was still uh, in the Astral Express that they met in a dream, which was pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. This whole Penacony story arc, it's been a fucking peak writing, honestly. Like, it's actually just 10 out of 10. Probably the best like story I've ever experienced in a gacha game. Maybe it's recency bias since I'm still viewing it and I've just viewed that fucking awesome cinematic, so maybe I'm just having like this recency bias in my head, but damn, it's so good. It's at least like top 5 at the very least. It's up there with like when Inazuma first came out, at least for me. Who exactly are you? Will we meet again? Have we ever met before? Yeah, we have. What the fuck do you mean? Does the main character actually not remember meeting her before? Nah, he does. Fuck off. He does.
Come to think of it, I didn't even get a chance to formally introduce myself. Simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago, and the whole world was erased beneath their shadow. In order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction, I went on a journey, in search of a way to sever the chains of the Nihility. After a long and grueling search, I am convinced that my destination lies within the depths of the dark web, where reality and the Nihility are separate. In there lurks a secret called Device 9. One day, I'll reach it.
Wait. Will we actually get to see that in the story? That will be cool as fuck if we actually get to go like in that black hole type space or something like that again. And actually get to see whatever this device 9 she's talking about. I wish we get to see that. I really do.
The ocean of stars is vast. And given our destinations, I'm afraid our paths may not cross again.
Come
But the
on.
trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknowns. And my blade is sharp enough to sever fate. As long as we maintain our original resolve, I believe there will come a day where we will meet again.
Please, please let her come back again into the story. Same with Firefly. Let her come back into the story again as well. Actually, same with a lot of characters. Let them appear in the story again. I wanna see them. They're cool as fuck.
Ah. In that case, I must apologize for my rudeness. Do you remember when we first met? I once said you reminded me of an acquaintance. Because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away, blurring my past. And after our journey together, what I originally thought were familiar feelings were merely illusions. I believe this was truly our first meeting.
Like the MC doesn't have any past memories either, does he? As far as we know, he doesn't have any past memories either. What if they did, in fact, meet before as well? What if the main character is from the world that was destroyed by nihility or something like that? I mean, you never know, to be fair. Actually, that's cute. With this as our first meeting, we can consider our next meeting to be a reunion. That's fucking adorable as fuck. I'll just say that.
That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. This story will forever be etched in my heart. We both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead. Hopefully, if we meet again, it'll be beneath clear skies.
Anything else?
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Who would have thought our paths would cross?
Actually, now let's pick the different option.
Ah. Because of the Self-Annihilator's... What do you mean? It's improbable that you've crossed paths with my past self. What I mean is, there is nothing left to retrace there. Only nihility.
I think I might have seen you. Someone like you. Wait, what? It's the main character from like the original Honkai Impact 3rd universe? Because there is a character similar to Acheron there, as far as I remember. So that will make sense if he has seen her. Or is it my theory that he might have actually met her before, but he has just, just the fact that his memories have been fucking erased now? Is it that issue? Like, that he does in fact know her, but it's just that his memory's been erased now? Let's see.
That is true. Our memories make us who we are. And all memories originate from the now. As for the future, it's already taking root in the now, isn't it?
Okay, time to say goodbye for real.
We both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead. Hopefully, if we meet again, it'll be beneath clear skies.
Okay, time to return. Why is he crying? What's
Welcome
the
to
issue
the
with her?
Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Don't worry. I won't cut off your tail.
There. Chin up, Pom-Pom. Don't be sad. Don't cry.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow.
fucking, oh my god, Dan Hang, chill, chill, bro. He's just roasting her, man. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Is is March picking on Pom Pom again? Actually, yeah. Are you picking on him again? Come on, let my man be. Don't upset him.
How could you say that? Don't be so mean. And while you're here, why don't you help me comfort Pom Pom? We told Pom Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started crying. I've never seen Pom Pom so sad before. The conductor never cries. Pom Pom is never sad. Pom Pom is just angry. Yeah, angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you carry on like this, the express is gonna run out of fuel. That's right. Pom-Pom is just angry. It's not because of Misha, Tiernan, Rosalina, and the rest.
Okay, I know. Okay, you know, I get like, I get why MiHoYo creates. Why am I calling them MiHoYo? They go by HoYoverse now. Yeah, I get why HoYoverse creates characters like a Paimon and a Pom Pom, since sell merchandise and plushies and stuff, but god damn it, Pom Pom really does look cute as fuck. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to support their greedy business practices, but shit, man, he actually looks cute as fuck. Loki makes me want to get a fucking Pom Pom plushie, honestly. What the fuck? I mean, their strategy is working, so there's that. That is probably why they do it.
It's okay. Oh, Pom Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car? Don't worry. I'll stay here with Pom Pom.
But
Let's go, March.
It's okay. Oh, Pom Pom, just let it all out.
Not Himiko actually being like a mommy to Pom Pom. That's so cute. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Cute.
I never expected Pom Pom would be so distraught.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos and goodbyes. Probably more than we can imagine. The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom Pom's emotions haven't become dulled by the grind of time. They still deeply cherish every nameless who has boarded the express and value every journey shared with them. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, there's no one better on the express.
I mean, if you say so, man, if you say so, sure.
Well, they were a little emotional at the time, but I'm afraid that's not out of the question. Since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board, Pom Pom has had no choice but to delay the warp jump schedule.
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Turns out Pom Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us. Wow.
Different from typical vehicles, The Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, the Express will receive a constant flow of energy, much like a perpetual motion machine. But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? I don't want to become an ice cube floating around in space again.
Wait, I mean, does she remember being an ice cube? Or is she just saying it because everyone else told her that she was an ice cube? I think it's probably the latter, since if she did remember, that'll be like max level torture. Imagine being frozen, but you still have your consciousness, but you're unable to move your body or do anything. And that's like a fucking torturous existence, man. Okay. At least you'll be an adorable ice cube. Falling leaves must return to their roots. That sounds like something Don Hang will say. And I'm just gonna go with the second one.
How about we shove you back in the space station's computer then?
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world Melustanen. As for which one we're headed to, that still requires a vote.
Wait. Are we going to get mermaids in Honkai? I mean, that will be hype. That will be so hype. If on the oceanic planet there are actually like mermaids, like mer people, mermaids and shit like that. That'll be crazy. If they actually start introducing fantasy races, bro, I feel like Honkai won't do it, but like if they somehow watch this video, do consider that. Like, please do consider that. You will make a lot of money with like your next upcoming banners if you introduce like a mermaid or something like that into the story.
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion.
Kafka? Is that Kafka?
Everyone,
No,
we meet again.
it's Black Swan. I thought it was Kafka for a second.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express for now. You mentioned a suggestion.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion could be the very lifeline that saves everyone.
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could very well ask you to disembark.
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon, especially with those mired memories of yours. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to recharge its engine, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached. Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express...
Now I remember who Akivili is. If I remember correct, if like my memory isn't wrong, and I remember correctly, Akivili is the god that the Express used to worship, like the fucking Trailblazers used to worship, I think. I mean, not the god, the Eon, but Eon god, same thing. Like, I think Akivili is the god that they used to worship.
This may never have to worry about energy ever again.
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to? Is that possible?
What world is
Continue,
that?
Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what sort of world is it?
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. A world fettered by 3 paths, its destiny hanging in the balance. The Eternal Land, Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late, child.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. That world actually sounds pretty fucking interesting. Also, I feel like I just stopped at the exact right moment. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here now? Why is Jade confronting Sunday now? Is she gonna give him an offer or something? Or wait, what if Jade sends Sunday to the next world with us or something like that? Actually, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't even know why I'm saying that. But yeah, I guess we'll see.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Looks like my time's up.
Wait, what? She stole Sunday? But what about Robin? They're like brother and sister duo. I thought like, they would spend time together after everything was over. Like after his punishment is over, I thought they would just like they would perform together or something. I don't know, like brother and sister type stuff. I didn't think he'll be fucking kidnapped.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. My fate lies entirely in your hands, Lady Bonajade. The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well. I'm very glad to see that you're so full of verve.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes. To offer you a generous trade. That is, if you're willing to accept.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. That's the oath between you siblings, isn't it? If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow, would you be willing to talk to me then? I recognize the gravity of this question, which is why you don't have to answer me right now. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier,
Okay, I do wonder what is actually going on here. Like, is she going to give him an offer he cannot refuse? Let me know if you got that reference. I hope someone got that reference. But yeah, I wonder what kind of offer she's gonna give him. I mean, I get a feeling that she's trying to recruit him into like her organization. And I don't mean the IPC, I mean like the other organization she's part of, it seems. I don't know if that other organization is also just a part of IPC or what. Like the 10 Stone Hearts, the people who possess them. I think she's trying to recruit him to be one of them. I don't know why, I just get this feeling. But I guess we'll see.
It's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning from someone who's been in your shoes before. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
And there, it's complete.
Nice.
Okay. Now that's done. I'm going to I think I'm gonna end the video here. I will edit it out, and I think I'm gonna start recording the next one tomorrow or maybe just later. For now, I'll just play the game for a little bit, just do my dailies and stuff like that, and afterwards I'll just log off and continue later on. Thanks for watching. If you did watch this far, then thank you very much. You're really helping me out a lot. And yep, that's it.